What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here with Ralph Breaks the Internet opening this Wednesday. Since the film returns John C. as the role of Ralph, and also John C. Reilly has two other films coming out later this year. Next month, he's in that Will Ferrell film Holmes and Watson, and he's in that Stan and Ollie movie. So this is an interesting couple of months for John C. Reilly. So I decided to do a top 10 list dedicated to John C. Reilly because he's an awesome actor. I gotta say, he is quite underrated. I mean, most people know who John C. Reilly is, and not a whole lot of people know who he is, which is a shame because he's terrific. And with that being said, here's my 10 favorite John C. Reilly movies. Alright, coming in at number 10 will be Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. This movie is really fun. It of course starred John C. Reilly with Will Ferrell. A really hysterical film. I really like this racing scene, the NASCAR racing scenes that's featured in this. Sacha Baron Cohen plays the villain, if you will, in this. He's really good. It was also directed by Adam McKay, who also directed Reilly and Ferrell in another film I'm going to talk about here later on. But I mean, Talladega Nights is a really fun. I gotta say, it's also slightly underrated. I don't really hear many people talk about Talladega Nights, but it's actually a really good one. Too bad Will Ferrell and company never went ahead and did a sequel, because it's a good one. If you guys haven't seen Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby yet, give it a go. I mean, Will Ferrell was good. Reilly was good. Definitely check it out. I think you'll probably enjoy it. Coming in at number 9 will be the slow 2010 film called Cyrus. Now, in it, John C. Reilly actually plays the dad to Jonah Hill's character. This movie is also slightly underrated. It's not really a movie that lots of people really, talk about much. But it's pretty funny. It's really, it has lots of heart. Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't really seen Cyrus by now, it's a really good little movie. Jonah Hill was good. Marissa Tomei was amazing. Catherine Keener was also in this. Such a good little film. Alright. Coming in at number 8 will be Kong Skull Island. Now, this got released last year. Now, John C. Reilly plays like a war veteran who got stranded on that island, and he teams up with the gang that came to the island to fight Kong, and it's really, I mean, I love Kong Skull Island. It was loads of fun. I really like John C. Reilly's role. I thought he was such a scene stealer. Some of his lines really cracked me up. I mean, yeah, John C. Reilly in this movie was really good. I mean, it was still unexpected seeing John C. Reilly in a film like this, and it worked out perfectly, Alright, coming in at number 7 will be The Aviator, which is, of course, a film about Howard Hughes. It was also directed by Martin Scorsese, who worked with Reilly a couple times before. In The Aviator, John C. Reilly plays the role of Noah Dietrich, and he played the role perfectly. Of course, Leonardo role of Howard Hughes, and I thought DiCaprio as pretty good. Now, in The Aviator, Reilly played the role of Dietrich, who's like an American businessman. And he's also like the officer of the Howard Hughes Empire from 1925 to 1957. I mean, John C. Reilly was really good as that role, and I gotta say, it is slightly underrated. It's not really a movie lots of people talk about, but the aim is good. It also had an impressive cast, good performances. Such a good one. All right, number 6 would be The Perfect Storm. Of course, this movie had George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg. Such a good film. This is definitely a film worth checking out when you're stuck at home with nothing to do, and mainly when there's like a storm out there and you can't really go out or anything, and you want to stay home. This is worth checking out around a storm time. It's really fun. There are some intense parts here. Raleigh, Clooney, and Wahlberg was all really good. Now, this movie actually got released in. It got released in 2000, and it's a really good one. I mean, it is, of course, directed by Wolfgang Pearson, who did other films. Now, in it, Raleigh actually fisherman, who's the crew member of the ship that is trapped at sea. I mean, this is a really interesting ride. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out The Perfect Storm yet, give it a go. It's another really good Raleigh film worth checking out. All right. Coming in at number 5 will be Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Now, this movie is like, I guess you say, a mockumentary of country music. Walk Hard is just fantastic. And, I mean, John C. Reilly, whoever knew he could sing? To be honest, I never knew if that was his real singing voice or not, but if it is, kudos to Raleigh for, because he really nailed the sing stuff. And you have a few other supporting cast members in this. Right. Now, of course, Walk Hard got released in 2007, and it has some pretty good music to it. It was also directed by Jake Kazan, who, of course, recently just directed that Jumanji film. And I guess say this is like a mockumentary, kind of like Walk the Line in a way, because Dewey Cox plays like a Johnny Cash, is like a Johnny Cash type character, and the Kristen Wiig, Tim Meadows, Jenna Fisher, Chris Parnell, Margot Martindale, she was really good in this, Harold Ramis, Lala Jewell, Nat Faxon, Craig Robinson, Frankie Muniz, who played Buddy Holly, by the way. I mean, it's an impressive cast, and it's really good. I mean, if you guys haven't seen Walk Hard by now, give it a go. I think you'll probably enjoy it. And I gotta say, too bad Raleigh never also went ahead and did a sequel to this. Believe it or not, Ralph Breaks the Internet is actually his filmography. Not like other than Ralph Breaks the Internet, he has not ever done a sequel to any of his movies. So that's something. I still wish we had a Walk Hard sequel, but I don't even think it did all that well to begin with. But it's a really good one. All right, coming in at number 4 will be Chicago. Of course, based on the musical, and I mean it's directed by Buzz Lerman. I believe it won Best Picture, if I'm not mistaken. Chicago is a musical classic. John C. Reilly was pretty good in his part. He also was in a movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones, Richard Gere, Queen Latifah, Renee Zellweger. Really good cast. I mean, of course, the music is good. Cinematography, choreography was amazing. Such a fantastic film. All right. Coming in at number 3 will be Boogie Nights. Now, Boogie Nights is, of course, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson and is, of course, about the porn industry. Now, this also had Mark Wahlberg in it. You even had the late, great Philip Seymour Hoffman, the late, great Burt Reynolds. Heather Graham was really good in this. I mean, pretty impressive cast. Oh, and Don Cheadle was even in this. It's such a fantastic film. I really like what Paul Thomas Anderson did with this. He really did some good magic with this movie. And of course, had good performances. Reilly was, of course, good in this as well. Yeah, I mean, if you guys haven't seen Boogie Nights by now, definitely check it out. All right. Coming in at number 2 will be Wreck-It Ralph. Now, of course, we got the sequel coming out on Wednesday, but the first Wreck-It Ralph is the best. It's just super fun. I mean, some classics. And John C. Reilly as the voice of Ralph really works. And I also like the chemistry between Ralph and Vanellope, which is voiced by Sarah Silverman. Yeah, I just simply love Wreck-It Ralph. It's definitely one of my favorite anime movies of this past couple of years. It's really cute, charming, really funny, and I can't wait for the sequel. By the way, Ralph Breaks the Internet looks awesome. So, all right. Coming in at number 1 will be Step Brothers. Now, like Talladega Nights, this movie was also directed by Adam McKay and featured Will Ferrell with John C. Reilly. These two work well perfectly together. I simply love Step Brothers. It's really funny. Will Ferrell and Reilly, of course, had good chemistry. You had Richard Jenkins, the funniest comedies of the 2000s. It's really good, and Al McKay really did a good job at directing. And I gotta say, I'm actually really looking forward for Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly's next film together, Holmes and Watson. The trailer for that haven't been the best, but I'm still kind of curious about it. Because I mean, come on, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly back together again. Who just doesn't love that? I wish they went ahead and did a sequel to Step Brothers, but I don't know if that will ever happen. I mean, the movie just turned 10 years old this year, and you know what? Step Brothers still holds up today. It's the best, and if you guys still haven't seen Step Brothers by now, give it a go. It's really funny. All right, that's pretty much it for my 10 John C. Reilly movies. Here's the rundown: 10, Talladega Nights; 9, Cyrus; 8, Kong Skull Island; 7, Perfect Storm; Boogie. Now he's been in loads of other stuff over the years. Let me pull up his resume. Okay, he was recently just seen in Sister's Brother with Joaquin Phoenix. That was pretty decent. The music of Sing. He was really good in Guardians of the Galaxy. Maybe I should have added that on my list. Gangs in New York he was good in. Can't wait for Stan and Ollie, by the way. Was Ian Gilbert great he was good in. We Need to Talk About Kevin. The Hours. Magnolia. Hard 8. Oh, definitely not Circus du Freak. That movie was not all that good. Cedar Rapids. Definitely not The Lobster. He was actually good in The Lobster, but that movie was not good. The River Wild. Life After Beth. Oh boy, this guy's been in loads of stuff. But let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite John C. Reilly movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like. subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.